Hi, Norman Notes here again. Now today I've got a couple of taps to change. Now I may have done another video some time ago, but probably because I didn't finish it, it's probably not been put up on YouTube. So I've got a couple of repair kits, and in these repair kits they've got all the gaskets, all the O-rings and everything in them. So I've got a bit of a problem with the one at the back, which I put in a rubber O-ring just because I didn't have a kit. Now the front one is going exactly the same, squatting out all over the place. So I'll show you it. I think a lot to do with it is it's because it's in the sun, just things dry out. You get some paste to put in all of the screws and stuff that's inside. I might put in some anti-seize just because these taps are outside. So I'll switch off and we'll go to I'll do the front one first and show you how it's squatting out, and then I've got to cut the water for the whole house. I've also got an isolation valve to put in the bathroom, so I'll do that at the same time. Probably won't film that. Okay, I'll get back to you. So here we are at the front. I'm just going to switch this on and show you actually what's happening. You see it's coming out here. So what I'm going to do is go switch the water off and grab this with a spanner and spin that off and get into here, because that's where the washers and stuff are. So we will switch the water off. Can't do this when the water is on, or if you've got an isolation valve, isolate the valve. So water's off. You could get another shifter and hold this where they've got this pipe range, and all you do, you could use a spanner that fits. You spin that off. Now obviously I've cracked it. Take this right out of here, and what's in there is one of them. Now normally the rubber has to be changed on that because they get really brittle, and as you can see there's a groove in there where it seats. Now if it's too bad you need a seating tool just to make sure that that's all smooth, but I'm going to replace the gaskets. Now there's an O-ring here, there'll be an O-ring in the kit. Where's the kit? O-ring in there, so I'll change that. Now you can spin this right out here, take that right out of there, like that. Now obviously there's a gasket on here, that'll be changed, plus that O-ring, but watch this. Alright, it's coming out of there. Sometimes you can spin these all the way out, because some of them have got double gasket, double O-rings. This has got a single O-ring. Now I didn't bring a screwdriver, so I'm going to ping this out of here, put the other one in, put a little tiny bit of thread tape around here. I probably don't need it, but I'm going to do it anyway, and then pop the new one in there, get it in, screw it up. Obviously you've got to put that on the opposite way because you're then doing it in the tightening motion. So I'll switch off and I'll go and get a screwdriver, change all this, put on the thread tape, get it back in. So I'm back. So I've got the thread tape. I like to use the thick stuff, which is the gas. Inside here obviously I've put the new O-ring in. New O-ring in there. Now in behind it I've got anti-seize for the car, which is new on anti-seize. So there was in the kit some like O-ring paste, like clear O-ring lubricant, I think it called it, but I'm only doing 2 taps, so I'm doing this one and I'm doing the one at the back door. So that is pretty much it. So that's in there. Just back it off ever so slightly, put that in, in there so it seats. Screw that in. Make sure that's up because you don't want to be forcing down on this. You've got to make sure that that's sitting in there. So you're going to know. So get a hold of that. Let's say you're going the opposite way now because you're screwing it on tight and it doesn't need much at all. But this is best because you don't want this whole thing spinning because you'll crack the pipe. This is in a bit of a silly place. I've often thought about moving it, or getting it moved, and then just nick it up. And that is that. Back that off. You are done. So that's the gasket, the O-ring, and the new tap seat. So it's all done. So I'm going to close that tight, open, and then tight, and then open. It's just so that it makes the little tiny groove marks. Like I say, this is in full sun just about all the time, so that just dries the whole system out. So I'm going to wait round back, do the back one, so I'll take you with me. So this is at me, the rear one. Like I say, I'm going to continue this video, so it might be a bitish, as it were. So grasp the tap, back this off. Remember to open it first before you start backing it off. Like I say, I've been at this one before and I didn't have a washer, so I put in a rubber gasket that I had. So I'll just get a long pair of pliers. Probably don't need it here. Now this was probably, I don't know, I'd have to look back the video. This may well have been replaced. Now I'll tell you, don't drop that on top of the basin bit there. These things are so cheap, and like I say, I've got a kit of a 4-pack kit. I'm going to replace that. Right, so again, exactly the same concept. O-ring definitely wasn't changed. Like I say, I'd have to look back at the video, but I don't think so. So I'm going to pull off this this rubber gasket and replace it with one of those carbon ones. Right, so I'll do that and I'll get back to you. Just check the seat to see everything's okay there. Without cutting yourself, because you see if there's, you know, it looks about right. Because like I say, you get a thing, what's it's called, a seating tool, and you screw it in there and then you bar the bottom of that to clean it up if it's a bit up-edged. Maybe that's one of a bit of work, because that then stops that from sealing. You want this to be flat on flat. So I'll do exactly the same with this one, and then we'll put it all back together again. Now that's that, pretty much exactly the same. New O-ring, put some anti-seize behind it so it's all up in here. New gasket on here, thread seal, the pink stuff, the gas ones up there. Now somebody might say you actually don't need that. Well, no, you probably don't, but I've got it and I've got the thing out. I might as well do it, because I don't want to be coming back in 6 months and doing this again, because it was a little while since I did it before. But like I say, I knew I would have to come back to it because I didn't have the gasket set. So because the front one, and we use that reasonably often, a lot more than this, so, and you've got to hold this because you can bend this whole mechanism, you know, the pipe, because it's only held in with a pipe. It may well be cemented in as well, but some of them are a bit, this one's not too bad, but some of them are a bit, you know, from side to side, a bit rattly. So that's all you need. So make sure that's backed up, because you don't want to be screwing it against the seat. Now that's it tight, and all I'm going to do is that, quarter of a turn, and then down, give it a bit of a hard one, up, get all the stuff, you know, the anti-seize moving around in there, give it a tight one, and again, and then just gently seat it, you know. Like I say, the water's not turned on yet, but that's how you change the O-ring in the gasket and the tap seal on a tap, an outside tap. So I've done the front and the back, but I'm not going to turn the water on, because since you're here and that only took about 7 or 10 minutes, I'm going to show you what I did. Now I'm in the old suite. What's happened is this valve, I believe, is leaking. So I went and got another mini cistern cock. It's got chrome plated brass, 15mm. So I got this, $5, like I say, Australian dollars. I'm in the South Barossa. So I'm going to replace that with it right there. Like I say, this has never been replaced, and this has never been replaced, because I normally put on the flexible pipes. But we think there's a leak somewhere my wife is talking about now. It might be coming from here, it might be coming from there. You know, a quick fix would probably be take this off and put thread seal on the back, or maybe the thread seal with the thread locker stuff as well, the red stuff, you know. But this is like $5. You know, it's got all the seals, all the bits and bobs, so I'm just going to replace it. Like I say, I don't know if it's where the leak is actually come from, because I haven't really problem solved. All I've done is she told me there was a leak, had a leak, and I bought a new small valve, so it may not be nothing at all. But because there's not much room here, I might have to put a still thing to hold stuff, you know. Back this one off. Make sure you've got a towel underneath it. You've got to disconnect this, and then you've got to disconnect that. So I'll maybe, and then before you put this in, make sure you've got thread seal on here. Thread seal on there, so that's going back in there. Let's say I normally replace this at the same time, but I should probably hold. Now, this is a follow on from. Oh God! I'll just flush that just so that maybe nothing should come back out of the system, but you never know. It's so much easier with a flexible connection, because this pipe will be going 7 mil or so into the end. Like that, see? So I might have to disconnect and just slacken it off here so I can back that out, or not, without bending the pipe too much. Then wider. Make sure you're quite tight, because I never do, I really don't do many videos in real time, because I always find it's a bit boring somebody doing a screw up or bolt up, you know. So I'm just wondering, because I'm actually screwing this tight, that might have done it, but let's just back it off and see what's happening. think that may have fixed it a bit. See, the water is really bad. There's it tight. Now let's clear the threads. What I'm going to do is only switch it off so it doesn't bore you with tell you what I won't manage to do is grab hold of this and spin it off, because boy they're on tight. I don't know if the ends are wedged or now what was that? It fell out of there like a stone. That's bizarre. Something anyway. I'll keep that and I'll just have a look to see what that is after. Now what I'll do is I'll pick all this stuff off, give it a clean, get my little screwdriver, clean all this up, clean all this up, clean all the end. You might not even be seeing because of that. Make sure that O-ring's okay, this is okay. Pick off this, redo it. Let's see, there's not much room here, so you may not have seen any of that. So that's pretty much done. Thread seal on here, thread seal on there before you put the valve on. Spin it so it's tight, and then just do everything up. So you don't want to be overdoing it, because this O-ring in here, the big PTFE, will seal itself, and that is that. Now, valve is open, water is turned off, so I'm going to turn water on, check the two front and rear taps, see if they're going okay, and then I'll check this for leaks, but make sure you dry it first, because you're going to know if it starts leaking and you're going to have a slight drip, because the only thing it might leak is you might have to do this up another turn. But let's say don't get into the habit of just, you know, firm but good. Let's say I would have replaced this. You know, just make sure that one's okay as well. Yeah, it's tight. Right, and that's the old valve that came off, and that's basically how they work. You see that? That's on the wall. Little thing in there. And all that governs as it's on. See, that's probably not helped the valve. I don't know if it was leaking from here, maybe leaking from there. Like I say, it's been on for years. So that's it. So Norman No Mate's signing off. I'm going to just run round very quickly and show you the finish of when I turn the power on, turn the water on. So I'm going to So water is back on. Everything going okay. Just feel round there ever so gently. I'll monitor this over the next couple of days to see if everything's okay before I take away that towel. But you just got to make sure that it's not coming from somewhere else. So now I'll show you the taps. So back at the front, and this is the one I showed you when the power was on, the water was on. So see that? Not a leak at all. Nothing coming out of here because of the black O-ring. Nothing coming out of there. Nice and easy. So Norman No Mate's signing off. If you like, you like. Leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching. Now that didn't take long as well at all really. It probably took about half an hour to do the 2 taps plus the one on the inside. So the water's back on.